Hey, what's up, everyone? So, right now we're talking about databasing. And I know that today you're probably expecting some brand new content, something that is just going to blow you away and make it to where your databasing is on another level. But the reality is, we can't really take our database to the next level until we have our database actually set up. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to take a little bit of time to do what most people say that they normally don't have time for and actually work in our database. So a lot of times people say, I just can't find the time to actually put people in. I can't find the time to add the notes. I can't find the time to actually set the reminders. And today, that's what you're going to be focusing on. We want to make sure that everyone in your database has this checklist checked off. So if you don't have this sheet, make sure that you get a copy of it. It is so important. Stick it up in your desk, put it up in front of you so that when you're doing your databasing, you know all of these things are checked off, all of these things are ready to go, and my database is complete. So remember, 4 things that we're looking for: contact information. And for contact information, we want name, phone number, address, and email address. Beyond that, we want to set the next contact reminder. We want to know when is the next time that we're actually going to be contacting this person. Just contacting them once is not enough. We have to make sure that we know when's the next time that we're going to contact them. And we can't get into more complicated contact campaigns until we can get just to the one contact campaign, which is the next reminder. Next, we want to make sure that we have notes that have actually been added. So, whatever we know about this contact, whatever conversations that we've had, whatever we've spoken with them, we want to make sure that we have good active notes in the system to explain who that person is, what it is that they're looking for, what it is that they're looking to do, and how they can be a benefit to my business and how I can be a benefit to their business. So make sure that you have those notes. And then lastly, you want to look at your lead status. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to take you through real quickly one more time, and I'm going to show you how to check all of this within your Sync account. So right now, I'm getting it pulled up here. I'm going to log into the Sync account. You're going to go in, you go into your dashboard. And remember, from your dashboard, you can see a lot of different things. But right now, the only section that we're focusing on is the actual leads section. So here on leads, we're going to click there. And then what I'm going to do is when that loads up is I'm going to look for a test lead. Now, you can use your real leads. I'm only using a test lead to show you what you need to be looking for inside of that database. So I'll go in here. I'm going to type in test. I'm going to find a test lead that I'm looking for, which is Jabron Test right here. And I'm going to go through those 4 little steps, those things that we just talked about. So number 1, I'm going to come back here. Do I have contact info for them? So I go in here. I click on info and I can see what contact information I have for him. I've got first name, last name, email address, phone number. Now, I don't have an actual address. So at this time, I'd want to give him a call and I'd want to say, hey, I actually don't have a good address for you. What's a good address in case I need to send you any important information about how the market's doing? So beyond that, I want to look at, do I have the next contact reminder? And to do that, I can click here where it says reminders and plans and actually go in and see when is the next one. And I can tell on here on August the 16th, I'm set to actually contact Jabron. So that's good to go. Do I have notes for him? So I can go back over here, notes and activity. I can look at the notes and I can figure out what is it that Jabron is actually looking for. And if you notice here, I have a note from the last time I called. I called Jabron and asked him to update his contact information. He told me he wasn't interested at this time. So I could go in here and I could add a note about what Jabron is looking for, what Jabron is interested in. I can make a general note. Jabron is looking to buy a house in Houston. And then I'll save that note, and now it's in there permanently in the system. So now I've got notes in there for him. And the last thing I want to do is make sure that the lead status is updated. Now, I've shown here that he's contacted. And if you notice here, appointment set means I've set an appointment to go get a buyer's rep agreement. Now, if I don't get the buyer's rep agreement, it goes back to contacted. If I do get a buyer's rep agreement, I will put it under showing because that means that I am now showing them houses. I am now actively looking for a house for them. So that's how that's how these lead stages work. And you want to keep them updated because you can filter by the lead stage and look at who are all the people who have buyer's rep agreements, who are all the people that I've actually contacted. So work on this today. We're going to work for 30 minutes straight today on your database. Add people, make sure you get those 4 things checked off. Make sure you think about this checklist. Make sure you put this checklist up in front of your desk area. Make sure that it's there where you can see it and all of your leads are set up. The more effective you are with your database, the more effective you will be at making money. Thanks so much, guys. Next week, we get complicated. So make sure that you get this set up this week and today. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.